For weeks, whispers have been growing louder. Fans noticed something was different. Bradley Walsh, the man who could light up a room with a joke, the beloved face of The Chase and countless TV shows, the entertainer who never seemed to slow down, had been appearing less and less in public. Episodes were filmed in advance, events quietly postponed, and there were subtle signs that the man everyone thought was unstoppable might, in fact, be facing a private battle. But now, the truth is finally out. And it didn't come from gossip columns or anonymous ITV insiders. It came directly and tearfully from the one woman who knows Bradley better than anyone else, his wife, Donna. In an emotional and heartbreaking revelation, Donna opened up for the first time about the health struggles her husband has been facing. Her words were raw. Her voice trembled. At times, she had to stop and gather herself as tears welled in her eyes. This wasn't a publicity stunt. This wasn't television. This was love, honesty, and pain, all laid bare. And tonight, we take you inside that moment, inside Bradley's battle, inside the private world of a couple who, despite the glitz of television, have always been grounded in one thing above all else: family. Bradley Walsh has always been more than just a television presenter. To millions across Britain, he's the cheeky lad from Watford who never lost his sparkle. Whether hosting The Chase, cracking jokes on This Morning, or acting in hit dramas, Bradley had a way of making people feel at ease. He could make contestants laugh through their nerves. He could play the clown while holding an audience of millions in the palm of his hand. But what fans didn't see were the long days, the demanding schedules, the endless commitments. Behind the laughter, there was a man pushing himself, sometimes too far. Donna, who has been at Bradley's side for over 30 years, saw it all. She saw the exhaustion he brushed off as just a bit of jet lag. She saw the nights he returned home and quietly massaged his chest before slipping into bed. She saw the mornings when his smile took a few minutes longer to arrive. At first, Bradley did what he always did. He joked, "Don't worry, love, the only thing wrong with me is that Arsenal lost again." But Donna wasn't laughing. Something wasn't right. It was supposed to be a quiet evening at home, a simple dinner, a glass of wine, and a chance to relax together after yet another whirlwind week of filming. But then, in a moment Donna will never forget, Bradley collapsed. His legs buckled, his body gave way. Panic gripped the Walsh household as Donna rushed to his side, calling his name over and over. The man who always seemed larger than life was lying on the floor, struggling to catch his breath. Within minutes, the ambulance was on its way. Blue lights flashed through the night as Bradley was rushed to hospital. And in that ambulance, Donna's worst fears began to take shape. This wasn't exhaustion. This wasn't stress. Something deeper was wrong. At the hospital, doctors moved quickly. Tests were ordered. Specialists were called in. For hours, Donna sat alone in a cold waiting room, her hands trembling as she prayed for good news. Finally, a consultant appeared, and with words that felt like daggers, the truth was revealed. Bradley Walsh was facing a serious health condition, one that could no longer be ignored, one that demanded immediate lifestyle changes, treatment, and above all, time. Donna later admitted, "It was the moment the world stopped. You hear these words and you realize life will never quite be the same again." For Bradley and Donna, the hardest part wasn't the diagnosis itself, it was the impact on their family. Their son, Barney, who had grown so close to his father through their adventures on Breaking Dad, was devastated. He described the news as a punch to the chest, admitting he couldn't imagine life without his dad's constant laughter and guidance. Together, the Walsh family made a decision. They would fight this, not separately, but side by side. Bradley scaled back work, projects were paused, public appearances were reduced. Home became the focus. Simple routines, shared meals, quiet evenings, time with family took precedence over red carpets and rehearsals. For a man who had spent his entire career putting on a show for others, Bradley was finally forced to take off the mask and simply be himself. If Bradley was the heart of the family, Donna was its backbone. She stepped away from her own commitments to care for him. She fielded phone calls, spoke to doctors, and shielded Bradley from unnecessary stress. But what struck fans most in her emotional interview was the raw honesty of her love. "Bradley is the love of my life," she said through tears. "Every single moment we share is precious. I've learned to never, ever take a single day for granted." Her words resonated deeply with millions watching, especially those in their 60s who have loved, lost, and learned the fragility of life. Behind closed doors, the Walsh family faced nights of worry. There were hospital visits, sleepless nights, sudden phone calls from doctors that made Donna's heart sink. But even in those moments, Bradley's humor never left him. From his hospital bed, he joked about the tasteless hospital porridge. He teased the nurses, asking if his gown was suitable for the BAFTAs. He even quipped, "If I can beat the chaser, I can beat this." But Donna knew the reality. Behind every smile, there was pain. Behind every joke, there was fear. For months, Bradley and Donna kept the battle private. But as speculation mounted, with fans noticing his absence from events and whispers spreading online, the couple knew they had to speak out. And so Donna Derby sat down for a rare, heartfelt interview. Her voice cracked as she described Bradley's condition, the fight they were facing, and the hope that kept them going. She made one plea: privacy. "Please understand," she said, "Bradley needs peace, time, and space. What he needs most right now is love, not pressure." Through it all, one truth has shone brighter than any spotlight. Bradley and Donna's love has only grown stronger. Together, they faced challenges that fame, money, and success could never shield them from. And together, they've held on to hope. Bradley still has so much life to live, so many stories to tell, and I'll be right here with him for every single moment. This is more than celebrity news. It is a reminder that behind the cameras, the headlines, and the television sets, Bradley Walsh is a husband, a father, a man, facing the same human struggles that any of us could face. His story is a testament to love, to resilience, and to the quiet power of standing by someone through the storm. So tonight, as you think of Bradley and Donna, remember this: life can change in an instant, but love, true love, endures. And if you believe in the strength of love, in the importance of hope, then send your thoughts, your prayers, and your encouragement to Bradley Walsh and his family. Because sometimes the greatest medicine of all is knowing you are not alone. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And most importantly, hold your loved ones close tonight. Because as Bradley and Donna remind us, every single day together is a gift.